All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing out there? So Quavo dropped his new album, Quavo Huncho. Excuse me, this is his first solo album. Usually we see him as 1/3 of the Migos, but he took that step and took that leap, and he's trying to Beyonce the group by dropping a solo album. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that new Quavo album in the comment box below as well. Anywho, Quavo dropped this project. I've been looking at some feedback on it, been pretty mixed. I'm like 5 records in, y'all, like 20 records. You got like what, 18, 19 joints on this. It's a lot of music to get to. I'm trying my best to get into all the records. I give you guys a review as soon as I get done. Anywho, one of the biggest things that came from the album was this potential diss of an artist who died of drugs late 2017. His name is Lil Peep. Now, if you don't know a crap ton about Lil Peep, musically, he was moving in a space with the youth, all right? He was one of those artists that could potentially have a record or two on the radio right now, or at least he could have a record or two that's bubbling in the streets with the kids right now. He was heading in that direction, and his life was taken away from him because of drugs. As a matter of fact, in the official autopsy and cause of death that has been released to the public, the Pima County Office of the Medical Examiner actually says they can confirm that Peep died of a fentanyl and Xanax overdose. So combat that with the fact that this artist was pretty much owning the title of being a rock star. He said that in some of his music, and said that when you just heard him talk, you know, when I read this line to you, you can understand why Lil Peep fans out there perceive Quavo's record to be a diss. On a record entitled Big Bro, I'm gonna read these lines to you and you kind of be the judge if you think that Quavo took a shot at Lil Peep. He said, "Is you with me or against me? I'm a OG now, so you need me. Think you popping Xanax bars, but it's fentanyl. Think you're living life like a rock star, but you're dead now." All right, that is the line. All right, so it's pretty much, think you popping Xanax bars, but it's fentanyl. Think you're living life like rock stars, but you're dead now. I have no earthly idea if Quavo was talking about Lil Peep or not. It's in bad taste. I will say that. The line is in bad taste no matter what. Who he's talking about? Quavo's a creative, and he's entitled to do whatever the hell he wants to with his pen as a rap artist. Like, even if he ain't talking about Lil Peep, it definitely, he left it open for interpretation. You know, it's been out there in the public domain for a few days. I'm sure Quavo, though he's celebrating his album, if he wanted to come out and make a statement, he could. You know, and I don't expect rappers to address everything that comes out. I don't expect them to do that. But when it's something so sensitive and you seeing it affecting people in the fan base in such a negative way, it would be nice if Quavo dropped a little Instagram statement on a little Insta story, whatever, saying, "I got respect for the dead. I wouldn't diss any artist." You know, that line was general. You know why I don't think Quavo would come out and say anything about it? Because he's probably not proud of the line. Like, look at him. Think if Quavo came out on his Instagram and was like, "Yo, when I said something about the Xanax fentanyl boy, I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about some niggas in the hood that I was beefing with back in the day." You know what I mean? Like, it's probably not a line that at what Quavo's like 27, 28, he's entirely proud of. So he's probably just gonna leave it alone and act like it didn't happen. I have no clue if he's dissing this young artist, but I will say he left it open for interpretation enough in which people can perceive it to be a diss. If you want to check that record out, it's called Big Bro. All right, and it's pretty much Quavo saying he's your OG now. And in this record, he talks about someone being dead, thinking that they were popping some Xanaxes, but it was fentanyl. And again, Lil Peep died of fentanyl, laced drugs, essentially. And Lil Peep was on that rock star lifestyle, and Quavo flatfoot said, "But you're dead now." If he was attacking Lil Peep, just in case, that ain't cool. You know, we ain't gonna have this conversation one-sided. We talked about how Vic, what he did to X was in bad taste. You know, and if this is true about Quavo, same rules apply. In bad taste and corny. I don't know what y'all want me to say. Dissing dead people is, in my mind, corny. I don't care what nobody in the industry saying. I don't care. I think dissing people who are no longer here, especially when people had the opportunities to diss people while they were alive, I'm going to forever side with that shit is corny. And if that is the case, it's corny on Quavo's end. I don't know if it is or not. Y'all talk to me and tell me what y'all think in the comment box below. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
All the kids, they are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO.
You watching Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.